Hello everyone. Yes, thank you. Today I will talk about the journey from learning to creating an open source tool. And I really like this name, but before I came up with it, that was another name. It was from learning to open source. And it was not, fancy name. I really wanted to have some better name, and I used the WordTune AI word generator actually to enhance my text. And I really like it because you can do it in different formats. You can shorten it or make it longer. So if you need it, feel free to use. So who am I? I'm software engineer leader in Platform Ground in KLM. And I'm originally from Ukraine. I came 8 years ago to Netherlands. I really like the country. I decided to stay. And 4 years ago, I was hired in KLM as iOS technical lead. And I was responsible for all applications, iOS applications, that we are making for our employees. Because we have two different departments. B2C, the app is developed there that you can download from App Store. But also we have another department where we develop applications for our employees. We develop only for iPads. We have 30,000 of iPads in KLM, and we have 7 different iOS applications to serve different purposes. So agenda for tonight is how do we learn. Brand new Swift UI framework that was introduced in 2019. Background, idea, first version of the app, advertising and marketing, and final version and thoughts. So let's go. How do I and we learn? So first of all, I really like videos. I really like to follow courses, different courses. For instance, Sean Allen, American guy who has really awesome courses. And it's visual. I'm a visual person. I like to see and to follow the person. The real downside of this is the only downside that I found is basically pace of the speaker, because someone goes really slow, someone goes fast, and then you need to catch up with that. Another thing how we learn is ebooks and articles. I really like that you can easily search there. You search for whatever you need, you jump there immediately in ebook or in article. So it also works. And another thing is podcasts. I listen to podcasts when I'm running in the evening, and also when I'm in traffic jam, when I'm driving the car, whatever. I really like this combination because software world is so fast changing right now that it's difficult to chase it. And I found podcasts as a beautiful way to combine the things while doing something else, and also to listen to different things. Yes, and of course, the main thing how we learn is basically hands-on. When you try the things, you create a project, whatever. By doing this way, I personally learn in the best way, and I can easily find out different things, and it works for me for the best. I think it's the same for you. And when in 2019 the Swift UI framework was introduced, I was really excited, and as you guys, I assume, also were excited about that, and you wanted to try it. I wanted to try it out. I immediately went through different articles, videos. Okay, nice. I like it. What else? And then I was thinking, well, I want to develop a project that actually I will use, first of all, and then other people will use. And it will be in Swift UI, of course, because I want to learn it. And then I had this idea in my head. And then in Twitter, Guy Rambo, he posted his open source project. It was a system menu app in macOS where you click and you see actually the status of all Apple APIs immediately. Like, is it red? Is it that means it doesn't work, or green? It's okay. Yellow means something is wrong, and maybe some issues will be when you are using those APIs. So I downloaded it, I played around, it was in Swift UI, was nice. I was, okay, I want to do something similar with the system menu app. Okay. I didn't know yet what to do. And then, about the background, about our iOS applications in KLM, basically. So we have 7 different applications for pilots, for cabin crew members, for gate agents, for team coordinators, etc. And then we have 22 shared pods. So the actually piece of code, frameworks, that is used across all the teams. We have 4 teams that are working on these 7 applications, and we try to reuse, of course, the code. And you can see from this slide, I hope, that like some different pod names and also some of our applications. And when we use CocoaPods, because it was still 2019, and we use CocoaPods, and this is actually how it looks like, for me at least, when we just started to use actually CocoaPods. You need first to change directory to the particular path of the project. Then you write pod install. Sometimes it doesn't work. You need to write pod deintegrate, or sometimes pod update. Every time it's manually done, right? Okay, maybe it's not an issue if you're working in one project, but remember what I said? I had 22 shared pods. So during the day, I need to jump to different pods to change the code. I need to run to check the code in different projects in my flight and flight deck, and then I'm spending too much time on doing that. So can I do it better? Yes. For each of aliases, for each of paths, I had aliases. So I can type API or KL UI, KL service model, whatever. I immediately, what it does for me, it goes to the directory. Then I write pod install or any other things. Okay, cool. And then I still have 22 pods. Sometimes I forgot actually what is the name of my aliases. And then, well, I need to do it manually again. So can we do it better? Yes, let's automate that. And then the idea came to my mind. Let's write it in SwiftUI and try to automate this particular task. So the first version of my app was like this. So you can actually drag and drop your projects to the window. It's a system menu app, as you can see. And then you see the name of the project. You click, because it is a button, and it opens terminal, and it runs pod install there. Nice, it works. Before it worked, of course, I need to do a lot of things because, okay, how to write list in macOS and SwiftUI? Here it is, like how to avoid limitation of 10 views in body. Okay, how to, a lot of how-tos. Actually, the way how we learn, we ask the question, we get it, and with all the failures, the knowledge comes. So it worked really, really well. I was extremely proud of this version of my app. I shared it with my colleagues, and they said, well, yeah, cool, nice, but can you add something else? Can you add pod update? Can you open the Xcode project actually when you click there? Well, okay, that was version 1.2 or 1.3, I cannot recall anymore. But then I added, you see, a menu. When you click on the project, you can open in terminal, you can show it in Finder, open in source tree, open workspace, run pod install, pod update. That's basically it. So I thought, well, I really like it. I use it personally. It speeds up my development because I don't need to know the type alias anymore. I don't need to do this magic with, with drag and drop in folder to the terminal to quickly go there, or like you, Bram, showed a nice way when you right-click on the folder, then open in terminal. But anyway, so I was happy with this state, and I was thinking, okay, can I make it bigger? What does it mean? Well, I want to open source it, but I'm really not proud of my code. I'm scared what people would say. Well, okay, I will spend a couple of nights to make it prettier. I spend 2 days, 3 days, and then, okay, no, I will go. I want to hear people's feedback. So I actually open source it. And yeah, well, nothing happens. No one knows about it, right? So I was thinking what I should do in order community to know about my tool. So the first thing, I was writing different posts on Medium. So I wrote 3 different posts and include, of course, the reason and everything, like what was the idea, background of it, and people started to open the project, open the GitHub page, and actually, play around. And I started to see first pull requests first feature requests, like, okay, but can you add a custom script, for instance? I don't use CocoaPods. I want to run Swift lint autocorrect, for example, or something else. Well, yes, sure. Then, like, it was in the night, but I was so excited that someone is using my tool. I immediately went to the code and started to program it because I was too excited. And then the person gave me star, and I can tell you, the stars on GitHub is just a fuel of motivation. It's amazing. I woke up in the morning, I checked my GitHub stars. Well, wow, +1, +2, yay. I want to continue. I want to do next things in my app. And this is how it went. So then I posted it on Twitter, I asked some bloggers, famous one and not, to make a post about it. Only one person did it. Still, was cool. It was slowly developing. In the meantime, I asked my friend designer to come up with a better design because it was not really cool. He did it, and I implemented it. So it was, really nice journey when writing about it, advertising it, and developing the tool. And then the miracle has happened after one night. So I woke up, as usual, checked my GitHub stars before I checked the news even, and then it was +40 stars. I was like, oh, wow, that's a lot during only one night, right? I checked the people names who gave it, and I've seen all people were from China. I was, oh, wow, okay. Maybe an iOS blogger or someone has posted about it, right? So I started Google it. Okay, Xcode projects, it's the name of my tool. And then I put my last name, Kalachniuk, and hit enter. And then I put China, right? And then I hit enter, and I've seen, I went with the first link, and then I opened this. Okay, well, whoa, what it is, where it is, Xcode projects, Control F, Xcode projects. Here it is, Xcode projects. Someone actually, in a newsletter, someone put it, an information about Xcode projects. So that was really awesome, and I immediately contacted the guy. I told him, well, thank you so much, really appreciate it. Do you want me somehow to enhance it? Should I do something with it? And then he didn't reply. So if you're watching right now, please reply. Maybe we should add some localization to the app. Yes, and then basically this is a final version of the app. You can see I added, after designer actually made this UI, I added an icon, and I even added a custom picture for the project. I think no one is using it. Only one person who actually feature requested this feature. So you click on the icon, you put a custom image to your project. I'm not using it, but this is the way how I also learned, like, okay, how to open and find a picture and get it to the app. That was perfect. I learned, and this is what I wanted initially, learn Swift UI. So you can also see a lot of other things, like I have pod deintegrate, I have custom comments with a typo, by the way. It's not Swift autocorrect. You see, I also can open derived data in Finder for particular project, which is sometimes nice, and also clear that particular derived data folder, and some other things. This is basically a custom comment that I was talking about. And at the end, right now, I have basically 194 stars, and it was a huge motivation boost for me, like every day, to be honest. And 13 forks, as you can see. So with forks is another story. So I was checking literally the code of the guys who forked my project. I wanted to see what are they doing, because maybe it's interesting. Maybe this is interesting. Of course, I waited for some pull requests, but it doesn't always happen. Sometimes people just fork your project and do whatever they want, actually, whatever they need. So I was checking the code there, and that is just miracle how it happens. Like you are tired after your work, but this is your pet project. You find the time, you find the power to do it because of this GitHub stars. So that's really nice. And yeah, I went really fast, to be honest. I didn't expect that. This is a QR code to my GitHub project, Xcode project. So feel free to download. Please let me know what you think about it. Play it around. Let me know if it speeds up your development time, if it helps you. And please ask me any questions.